The agency niche you choose will have you either riding a wave of success or fighting an uphill battle. Most SMMA YouTubers just tell you to hop on niches that are trending because they know it gets more views. But blindly following advice for such an important business decision screws a lot of people over. By the end of this video, you'll have a nuanced understanding of which niches set you specifically up for success so you can grow much faster. Here's a cautionary tale of my friend who we'll call Joe. Joe was a talented marketer and quickly built an agency to $20K a month, getting Instagram accounts verified through PR. Then Instagram changed and his service stopped working, so he pivoted to the next hot market, marketing for NFT projects. And he quickly capitalized on an even hotter market, getting up to $40K a month and then back to zero when crypto crashed. He told me how defeating it is to start from scratch again and how he's looking for a third niche. Joe made the mistake of jumping on trends without understanding these smart business principles when choosing his niche. Their niches and mine had these 6 things in common: strong niche knowledge, ability to produce results, targeting established businesses, outcome directly tied to revenue, mid to large pool of potential clients, and all clients have shared problem. But first, when I say niche, what I'm really saying is a combination of the type of client you serve and the service that you provide. A service alone can be the niche. If you have a very specific one, then there's no need to limit yourself to what type of clients you work with. For example, your agency does sales setting to get your clients more booked sales calls, so it works on any business that uses online sales calls to make sales, and limiting yourself there could hurt more than it helps. But if you have a broader service like lead generation or Facebook ads, then it's probably helpful to niche down to chiropractors, lawyers, or some sort of more narrow audience. The reason why you would want to niche down or not is key to understand. Here are the 3 reasons. Making it simpler and more cost-effective to produce the service. It's way easier to provide one killer service for many clients than juggling 5 mediocre ones for less clients. More targeted marketing and sales. Dialing in a good marketing funnel takes a ton of effort and focus. Same for your sales process. Not niching down forces you to customize or duplicate these processes for different types of clients. To differentiate by providing a specialized service for that niche so you can attract ideal clients to you. Not always necessary, but a valid strategy. My agency, Kenji ROI, used this to become one of the biggest Amazon listing optimization players in the space. Now let's dive into the 6 niche must-have traits. Strong niche knowledge. A huge percentage of the 7-figure agency owners I know personally already had niche-specific knowledge before starting. Some had a 9-to-5 job in that industry, some had a lot of business connections, or some just had a lot of industry knowledge in general. That means they already understand their unique wants, needs, and problems, know the niche-specific language and slang words, are aware of common solutions for this niche and what hasn't worked well in the past, the unique challenges of getting results for this niche, where this niche spends their time so you can market to them effectively, and have a case study of their own past results. Before starting Kenji ROI, I grew my own Amazon store to $40K per month revenue. I had good business contacts in the space, I was my own case study, and I understood how to market and sell to them because I was one of them. If you don't have niche-specific knowledge in anything, you can overcome this by doing lots of interviews with potential clients in that niche, going to local meetups and networking events, and just doing a lot of research online. But even a small amount of pre-existing knowledge is going to cut your learning curve by a lot. Ability to produce results. The best service that you can offer is the one that you can get the best results for your clients. There is nothing that kills growth faster than unsatisfied clients and constant problem solving. And there's nothing that will aid your growth more than positive word of mouth and smooth delivery. Unfortunately, it's way too common for people to start an agency around a service they have no experience doing. And no, taking a course is not the same thing. Doing this forces you to add the monumental task of learning a brand new skill from scratch on top of your daily sales, marketing, team, and client management duties. You'll have less client renewals, negative word of mouth, and way more problems popping up from things you didn't know you didn't know. If you don't have any of these skills, you can partner with or hire someone who does, or you can sell your services at a cheaply discounted rate, but communicate clearly to the clients that you're just starting out, and that's why they get the discount. Even the best agency probably can't prop up a failing business. Just don't work for free. People tend to value free things a lot less, and you'll have a hard time getting things from them. They don't value it. Just charge well below market rate instead. Targeting established businesses. Established businesses can afford to pay more, and they're in a better position to actually benefit from your service. It's much easier to help a business that's already working work even better than it is to get a new one off the ground. There's a reason angel investing is considered risky. Most businesses won't be around after 2 years, so a lot of clients will stop renewing simply because their businesses fail. It's also just easier to sell to established businesses. They probably have less objections related to self-belief, which take a long time to handle. Their businesses will probably be around whether they work with you or not, but for startup founders, it can feel like betting the farm. Outcome directly tied to revenue. The more directly your service can increase your client's revenue, the easier it is for them to say yes. If your service was to take their money, double it, and give it back 100% of the time, you'd probably have a 100% close rate. But providing graphic design services is a few steps removed from direct revenue, so it's not the thing that's going to make or break their business. A good service lies somewhere in between. Lead generation, sales, and marketing are all more directly related to increasing revenue. It's easier for businesses to justify paying you because it's basically like a financial investment that gets a return. Exceptions to this are core business functions that absolutely must be done, but they don't like doing. Bookkeeping is a necessary evil to satisfy the legal requirements of the tax man, but most people don't have a full-time bookkeeper on staff. You can still be successful playing in the gray zone of services that are nice to have, but it's far easier to grow selling services that are mission critical to a business thriving and surviving. Mid to large pool of potential clients. Unless you plan to stay small, you'll need a niche that's big enough for you to at least possibly break 7-figure. Even if that's not your goal, it would suck to be limited by your niche, and you would have to absolutely steamroll your competition to take enough market share. My niche of Amazon sellers was the perfect size. We worked with Amazon sellers selling pretty much anything you could imagine. There's more than 2 million sellers on Amazon, so if we close just 1% of them at $2K, that would be $80 million. More than enough to go around. But if we worked with only supplement brands, our pool of potential clients would be way smaller. We would have to take a huge market percentage, and then all of our clients would be competing against each other. Don't be afraid to zoom out one layer to reach a large enough market, as long as it also meets the next requirement. All clients have shared problems. They all have problems getting a lot of 5-star reviews, and they're all scared of Amazon suspending their account for some misconduct. If all clients in your niche have a shared set of problems, you can make a killer service for them all with as little customization as possible. And crucially, you can speak to those shared problems in your marketing and address common objections on sales calls. Going too broad means you have to create multiple ways of doing things in almost every area of your business, making it way more difficult to scale. For example, Amazon sellers all need high converting product pages to sell more and then run Amazon ads to drive sales to their products so they can rank on page 1. They all have problems getting a lot of 5-star reviews, and they're all scared of Amazon suspending their account for some misconduct. We use that to make a great specialized service, craft marketing messages, and position ourselves as the best solution for Amazon sellers. But the same can work with broader niches, just in a different way. Many SEO agencies work with a lot of different types of businesses, but their service doesn't really change that much depending on what type of business it is. Just make sure your service is addressing a shared set of problems so you can create a standardized service and a standardized marketing message. So it should be obvious by now that there's no best niche for everyone. Every niche has its own unique challenges and upsides. Targeting Fortune 500 companies can land you 6-figure contracts, but collecting with leads is more difficult, and the sales cycles are often months or even years before closing each deal. Targeting vegan, LGBTQ, restaurant owners can be a really good positioning and attract clients, but there's probably not that big of a market, and they're probably not going to be able to afford to pay you as much. Put every niche through the process in this video, and if you're still undecided, choose the one that you're confident you understand the most and can get the best service value for your clients. Because every hot niche eventually becomes competitive anyways, and what sets the winners apart is being good at marketing, sales, and client results. If you like this video, all I ask is a quick like and subscribe, and if you want to see the most efficient path to 10K a month, then check out this video here.